I'm Bengali, and I don't know if I can agree, but it seems like there is a lack of masculinity in the Bengali community, as in Bengalis are more pacifistic, pacifistic than other cultures. Bro, I'll say this: my personal experience with Bengalis is just this, and I'm not speaking on behalf of every Bengali, right? Because I don't want oh, what about there are still good Bengalis. Listen, there's good people everywhere. What I've seen too much in the Desi culture, in the South Asian culture, is they care way too much about what other people think, and I feel like that in and of itself is a very feminine trait. When you care too much about what other people think and you're worried about, oh, what's people going to say? You're going to have a long beard. You're praying 5 times a day. People are going to think this. Bro, who cares what people think, man? If
Mm-hmm.
you're on the hook, you're on the hook. That's what matters. When the Prophet ﷺ was sent, when all of the Prophets ﷺ were sent, they came at the time where they had to oppose, directly conflict every status quo and norm of the society at that time in the
Mm-hmm.
region that they were sent.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very masculine thing to do. We shouldn't shy away from it. We shouldn't want to appease everyone. As Umar radiallahu anhu said, Ya Allah, make us of the few, right?
Let us define what does masculinity mean
Mm,
according to the Quran and Sunnah. What is masculinity? We talk about this word a lot. There's people qualify by saying toxic masculinity. I don't believe masculinity can be toxic. I do not believe masculinity can be toxic because by definition, masculinity is positive. By definition, masculinity means fitra, the fitra of the men. So it cannot be bad. Allah cannot create something that is bad. It can be used in a bad sense. So yes, some people, because they're not real men, they've become toxic or they become bad men. And some women have become bad women because they are not real women anymore. So masculinity is the fitra of a male, a biological male, all right, a dhukur, that is fine-tuned by the revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let me repeat that. It is the fitra of the male gender that is fine-tuned, directed, given meaning by the wahi or revelation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is how I would define masculinity from the Quran and the Sunnah. That's what concerns us anyway, first and foremost. It's not about muscles, it's not about this and that. Those, however, will be added values. For example, when King Saul, Talut, when he gets appointed, he says that Allah has chosen him and he is strong above you. He has this specific characteristic of strength in body, jism. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has used the word jism in his body. He's strong in his body. So indeed, it is a positive quality, but that's not the only thing that makes a man. There's a bunch of kids who go to the gym and pump iron and they look round, but they're not men. They're just babies. They're
mm.
babies with muscles. That's not necessarily what, but it is one of the characteristics. If it comes in as a package, strength and body ability is one of the characteristics of a man. Another one is mental strength, or what the philosophers call, stoicism, or the ability to control your emotions and to have strong mental strength. It's very, very important. And we find that over and over again through the Quran, through the Anbiya, having to deal with so much.
Project Rights turned this into a serious one, by the way. Always interesting to learn. Alhamdulillah, may Allah accept it from us. Norelo sends a super chat. Jazakallah khair for your support. You brothers do such important work in a time of huge fitna. May Allah grant you all Janatul Firdaus. I mean, and you too. May Allah accept it from us. Hajj Lover writes, toxic masculinity or too feminine and pick me ups are both ways to shut people up. Trust me, once you figure out how feminism was formed, they become speechless. Alhamdulillah. He also writes, Brother Anhal, I hope your recovery is going well, inshallah.